A very good evening and welcome to this Saturday's final edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. I'm Theruni Karunaratne. First on to your headlines this evening.
News First headline.
Making headlines in local news, remove threatening politics from university system, President says. Parliamentarian Ali Sabri Rahim granted bail. Minister of Foreign Affairs takes steps to ensure safety of students in Bangladesh. In news overseas, Turkey's Erdogan and Cyprus president see different paths for divided island. And in sports, Norris leads McLaren 1-2 in final Hungarian Grand Prix practice. On to your top story this evening. Now, President Ranil Wickremesinghe stated that the influence of threatening politics should be eliminated from the university system to ensure that students can pursue their education freely. He emphasized the need to reorganize the university system and transform the country's schools and universities into formal education institutions without disruption. President Wickremesinghe made these remarks during a ceremony held today to inaugurate the University of Science and Technology in the Punani area in Batiklo. During the event, the president unveiled a plaque and officially handed over the new university to the students. He also toured the facility and engaged in friendly conversation with the students. Additionally, a memorandum of understanding was exchanged between the university administration and higher education institutions in Sri Lanka in the presence of President Wickremesinghe. To mark the occasion, a commemorative stamp was also launched to celebrate the establishment of the University of Science and Technology as a student-owned institution. Meanwhile, Parliamentarian Ali Sabri Rahim, who was arrested today, was released on a bail of 200,000 rupees after being produced before the Putla Magistrates Court. He was ordered to appear before the Magistrates Court in Kalpitia on the 22nd of July. Police spokesman DIG Nihal Thaldua said that Parliamentarian Ali Sabri Rahim was arrested earlier today after he surrendered himself to the Kalpitia police station. An open warrant for his arrest was previously issued by court. On to more local news now. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says it is paying special attention to the safety of Sri Lankan students in Bangladeshi universities in the face of the violent wave of student protests. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says that as of now, 50 students are pursuing higher education in 3 universities in Bangladesh. The Sri Lankan High Commissioner in Bangladesh has already contacted the students and their parents, providing them with safety instructions. Additionally, the 3 universities have been requested to pay special attention to the students' safety and welfare. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says that no Sri Lankan students in Bangladesh are reported to have been affected by the ongoing wave of student protests. However, the MFA says that if a request is made, arrangements are in place to repatriate the students as well. At least 110 people have been killed in Bangladesh as police crack down on unrelenting student-led protests against government job quotas. The Bangladesh government has imposed a curfew across the country and deployed the army, citing Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's press secretary, amid widening student-led protests against government job quotas. The Prime Minister's office announced a curfew after an attack on the Narsingdi prison saw hundreds of inmates released. The nationwide unrest, which is the biggest since Sheikh Hasina was re-elected this year, has also been fueled by high unemployment among young people, who make up nearly a fifth of a population of 170 million. The protests initially broke out over student anger against quotas that set aside 30% of government jobs for the families of those who fought for independence from Pakistan. The internet and overseas telephone call services have been crippled. Bus and train services have reportedly also been halted. Now, schools and universities across Bangladesh have also been shut down until further notice. Reports suggest that attempts to end the protests with talks have so far failed. In a new development, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina shelved her overseas travel plans that were to start on Sunday amid escalating protests that have killed dozens and triggered a nationwide internet blackout. Let's now take a look at your news overseas.
International news.
Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who is in northern Cyprus to mark 50 years since the invasion by Turkish forces, has said that he sees no point in continuing United Nations-led negotiations on the Mediterranean island's future. Northern Cyprus is a breakaway state recognized only by Turkey, and its Turkish Cypriot leadership wants international recognition. Erdogan attended a military parade in North Nicosia to mark the day in 1974 when Turkey launched its offensive. Cyprus has since been split by ethnicity, with Greek and Turkish Cypriots living on either sides of the UN-patrolled border. Peace talks have long been stalled as Greek Cypriots want reunification as a federation, and Turkish Cypriots have called for a two-state settlement. The last round of talks collapsed in 2017. Let's now take a look at your sports news.
Sports news.
Lando Norris led Oscar Piastri in a McLaren 1-2 at the top of the timesheets in the final Hungarian Grand Prix practice on Saturday. The Briton lapped the Hungaroring, was fifth fastest, while teammate Charles Leclerc, who crashed on Friday, was only 11th. And with that, we bring to a close this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For details of all these stories and much more, simply visit our website www.newsfirst.lk or follow us on our social media platforms. Thank you for watching. Take care. Good night.